Hello everybody, this is Godsgirl G, and thank you for joining me today. So I want to give you a glimpse into my self-care routine, and it's something that self-care is ongoing. That means that throughout the course of your life, you're going to make tweaks to it. I am still a work in progress. Exercise is something that's extremely important to me. I find that when I exercise, my overall mental state of awareness, and I get a lot of feel-good emotions when I exercise. So I do a combination of different exercises. My primary exercise is that I do a lot of walking. I try to get in at least 1.5 miles. On a good day, I can get in 2 or 3 miles. But I like exercising, I find, first thing in the morning because it gives me the opportunity to allow some thoughts to clear my head, and it gets that blood pumping, and it just makes me feel good. I also journal a lot. So usually I'll exercise first and then journal, because usually first thing in the morning, there's so much that's floating around in my head that is important for me, that when I'm out in the fresh air and I am walking, that I allow those thoughts to come to the surface. And so when I get back and I'm cooling off, I usually then take that time to journal something. And there are plenty of online free journal websites that you can use. And I will put something up here as a picture or indicator of what website that I use for my journaling, because journaling is highly important for your self-care routine. Eating. Let's talk about eating. There are certain foods that I cannot eat. In my family, I've made them very aware of certain foods that I cannot eat. It makes me feel literally sick, nauseous, or whatever. It is important that you know what foods fit well with your body, or that go well with your body. I love chicken, so chicken never upsets my stomach or anything like that. But there may be certain foods that you cannot eat. So it's important that I stick to a certain food regimen, because I notice that when I eat certain foods, I just don't feel that well. So that's one of the things that I focus on as well. So fun is something else that I try to pencil in. I love watching movies. I love reading books. And then also on my list is prayer and meditation. I believe that those go hand in hand. And if you are anything like me, that sometimes during your prayer time, how your mind sometimes will get interrupted with some things about things that you need to take care of, that's the time to not call that the devil, but actually have a pen and pencil and write that down, because it could be the spirit telling you something that you need to do. Positive affirmations. And there are 7 affirmations right now that I like to focus on. And what I do with these, I put them as a calendar invite on my phone, and I have an alert that at the same time each day, and sometimes various times of the day, I will have that alert pop up, and guess what I'm reading? I am then reading that affirmation. And if for those of you who have an Alexa, you can tell Alexa to read back to you the affirmation at a particular period in time. And that's a wonderful way to get your affirmations in that's a little bit more tech savvy. So here are some affirmations that I absolutely love right now. You are amazing. I am a magnet for all that is good in the world. I choose to believe in my greatness and my worth. Everything is happening for me and not to me. By being myself, I bring happiness to the world. What I am going through right now is only taking me to my next level. I am at peace with my past. Consider making a list of things that will instantly make you happy or centered. Because let's face it, at some point, you're gonna get in kind of a not so great mood. And it's important for you to know what helps trigger you back out of that bad mood into being in a good mood again. Here are some things that always trigger me back into a happy mood. I love fresh flowers, hence always having flowers in the background of my videos. Love them. I love lighting a candle and the scent that it gives off. I also have a diffuser, which I use essential oils, that permeates my house with these wonderful scents. I love the smell of cinnamon, apples, lemon, lavender, all some of my favorite scents. I will sometimes get lost in a really, really good book. So I always have a book that I'm reading. And sometimes I'll pick up, also when I'm in a bad mood, I'll pick up the Bible too and go through to go-to scriptures that I have. And that's another thing. Identify some go-to scriptures too. And then there's music that always makes me feel good. So I want to give you some actions that will help you solidify your self-care routine, or at least give you something that you can pull on to kind of help you to take care of yourself. So here are some actions. First of all, answer the question, what makes you feel centered? Start by writing down as many things that you can think of that brings you joy. Then I want you to brainstorm of how can you incorporate those things into your everyday life. And then set goals for incorporating self-care into your everyday behavior. Thank you for joining me today, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.